All right, it's up.
First and foremost, as always, we'll let it give all praise, honor, glory to the Most High God Yahweh. We do so in the name of His only begotten Son, who the world called Jesus Christ. This is another lesson. Back at it with another lesson. This is the brother Nakawam, and I'm here with
Brother War Dog is on.
right. So we just want to go into we just want to go into some history and see some parallels of how ancient Rome fell and what's going on today in America. Because when you take a look at how ancient Rome fell, we can see parallels and we can see how America is sizzling down the drain, just like how ancient Rome sizzled down the drain, right? Which is why we call America Rome 2.0, right? Which is why the Bible, when you read Revelation chapter 13, it talks about the image of the beast, right? Which the image goes back to ancient Rome, right? Because America is mirroring or copying all the ways of ancient Rome, and even how ancient Rome fell. America is copying that exact same lifestyle, or the exact same way, right? Which is why we have a couple precepts pulled up, which we're gonna get into. Which I'm gonna have the brother Azan, Word Dog Azan read. So we're gonna start here in Ecclesiastes 3 and verse 15 in NLT.
God. It's the book of Ecclesiastes 3 and 15 in the NLT. It says, "What is happening now has happened before,
Mm-hmm.
and what will happen in the future has happened before,
Mm-hmm.
because God makes the same things happen over and over again."
See that? Because God makes the same things happen over and over again. This is all the doings of the Heavenly Father, right? What's happening in America and what happened in ancient Rome, the Heavenly Father, He's the one that's doing. He's the one that's making these things happen, right? Because you would think, if you was America, right? If you was like the leader of America, and if you're the leader of a country, by default, you're going to be well equipped in history, right? You would think that you would try to avoid going down the same path or the same ways as an ancient a nation or ancient dynasty had, right? You would think that you wouldn't mirror the exact same ways of how that ancient kingdom fell. But America is mirroring the same exact ways that ancient Rome fell. Why is that? It's because ultimately it's the Heavenly Father doing it. And the Most High, He wants to prove that His word is true. And because if America wasn't mirroring the ways of ancient Rome, that means that Revelation chapter 13, that whole entire chapter will be a complete lie. Right? Because the whole reason why that deadly wound was healed and it came back, and then that next beast, which is America, sprung back up. That's all the doings of the Heavenly Father. Right? To show that His word, to show that prophecy is real. So the Most High is having these things happen. So let's go ahead and read that again.
Con. This is Ecclesiastes 3 and 15. It says, "What is happening now has happened before, and what will happen in the future has happened before, because God makes the same things happen over and over again."
Right. So everything that we see happening right now has already happened before. The Heavenly Father is just having things replay itself, right? So now let's get Ecclesiastes 1 and 9 in the NOT.
Con. Ecclesiastes 1 verse 9. It says, "History merely repeats itself. It has all been done before. Nothing under the sun is truly new."
See that? History merely repeats itself, which that's a fact. Which if you even look up this quote, I forgot who it's from. History, which just let you know that everybody, bro, all these quotes, all these famous quotes, they get it from the Bible. It all goes back to the Bible, which lets you know that this is the superior book. right? So here goes all these quotes on how history repeats itself. See, look at this. History repeats itself, but in such cunning disguise that we never detect the resemblance until the damage is done. Which is why now you see all these people, they are comparing, especially, historians, people that actually study history. All these people, they're comparing America to ancient Rome because we are seeing some of the same similarities in how ancient Rome fell in America, which is, again, why America is that exact duplicate of ancient Rome. And again, matter of fact, I think it's in the book of Second Peter. Let me see, where it talks about Sodom and Gomorrah. I think it's Second Peter, second chapter. Like I said, you would think that the leaders of America, right? They would think that they would look at what happened in ancient Rome and try to deviate from that, right? But they're going down the same exact path, and this shows you that there's no free will, right? Like it says in the book of Romans, chapter 9, that it's not of him that willeth or runneth, but of the Heavenly Father that showeth mercy. So you can't just drift off and do your own will. We are all robots. We're all puppets, right? And we're being controlled by the Heavenly Father. So let's get 2 Peter 2, verse 6, bro. Also, let me get into King James.
Con.
2 Peter 2 and 6. Go ahead.
Con. 2 Peter 2, verse 6. It says, "In turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an ensample unto those that after should live ungodly."
See that? Making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly. See, so Sodom and Gomorrah, the Heavenly Father made them a public example of what not to follow. A public example of what not to follow. But here goes America following the ways of Sodom and Gomorrah. Here goes America following the ways of ancient Rome, ancient Greece. Don't you think what happened to those ancient kingdoms, don't you think the same thing is going to happen to you, America? Hey, but that's why the Most High said, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. Talking about to you Edomites, right? It talks about how in Daniel chapter 7, I'm the little horn whose look is more stout than his fellows. The word stout goes into pridefulness. Matter of fact, let's grab this. Isaiah chapter 10 and verse 12. Go ahead, Ak.
Isaiah chapter 10, verse 12, it says, "Wherefore it shall come to pass that when the Lord hath performed his whole work upon Mount Zion and on Jerusalem."
What is that talking about? The whole work is talking about the enslavement of our people, right? Go ahead.
"I will punish the fruit of the stout heart of the king of Assyria and the glory of his high looks."
See that? Which the modern day Assyrian is dealing with Esau, Edom. But the Most High said that he will punish the fruit of the stout heart, which again, stout meaning prideful. So the prideful heart of the king of Assyria and the glory of his high looks, the Heavenly Father will punish him. And we see that. We see America being punished. Why do you think America is in such a great deficit that they can't possibly bounce back from? Right? What is the debt, bro? The debt is like $31 trillion, maybe more now. Right? Morality is out the window. We have all these different nations coming up against America. We would have never fathomed that years ago, right? Growing up, right? The 90s, the 80s, the 60s, the 70s, right? We would never fathom that you will get, you will buy 5 items from the grocery store and it comes up close to $100. Like, brother, like yesterday, I went to the store, right? I probably got 6 items, bro. And it was like 50 something dollars, bro. And I'm just like, man, this is just insane. This is totally insane. Like once you go in the grocery store today, just expect to spend at least $100. Matter of fact, when you leave your house, when you leave your house, just expect to spend some money, and it's going to be at least $100, at least. And it's so bad, bro. Like I see, you know, I see a lot of people penny pinching like crazy. Like Elon, for example, I was in line. I was in HEB, and I'm not laughing because she's penny pinching. I was laughing because I'm like, wow, like this place is finished, And the what's the person called? The cashier. The cashier was checking out her items, right? And as she's ringing up her items, the old Elamite, she's looking at the screen, and she like, ho, take this off, take this off, take this. I was like, damn. I said, man, America's finished, bro. Americans can't even afford groceries, bro. You can't afford groceries. So how the hell is this place going to even continue on? You can't even afford groceries. Meanwhile, over there in Russia, they can afford groceries over there, right? The train stations in Russia, it looks flawless. It looks beautiful. Mm-hmm. The streets look good. You seen the video? You seen that video?
I don't know if it was Russia. I feel like it was China when I saw.
But... Oh, okay. Might have been. But I know there was one in Russia where, man, at the train station was looking flawless, right? Let's go to Philly. Let's go to New York and take a look at those train stations. Man, you're going to see rats, big ass us. And me and his brother are actually from those places, right? I'm from Philly. This brother's from New York, right? You got women getting raped on the trains in Philly. You got people getting shot on the train station. This place is done. Crime is at an all-time high. You have people distracted by foolishness. And guess what? This all goes back to the ancient Roman Empire and how ancient Rome fell. And we're going to read it to you. Let's read this again. Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. All
right. Ecclesiastes 1 verse 9 in NLT. It says, history merely repeats itself. It has all been done before. Nothing under the sun is truly new.
Right. So what's happening over here in America is nothing new. It happened before, and it's happening again. And it's all by design of the Heavenly Father. And we should rejoice at these things, right? Matter of fact, what's that? We're going to go ahead and grab that too, and then we're going to go ahead and proceed and get into the articles. We should be, through the Spirit, bro. It pop through the Spirit. It pop right up. Right. We should be glad that these things are happening. Why? Because, man, this place done wore down the saints, right? This is the place of our captivity. So we should be cheering on what's happening over here in Babylon. Yeah, we're here in this world and it kind of affects us too. But hey, you got to look at the bigger picture here. You got to look at the light at the end of the tunnel. All these things are happening because our salvation is near. Go ahead, Art.
This is the book of Sirach, 25 verse 7. It says, there be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy.
See that? So we're happy because we're living to see the fall of our enemy. We're living to see the fall of America, which they are our number one enemy. They're the ones that oppressed us, right? They're the ones that did all these atrocities. I mean, other nations have too, but this have been the worst captivity that the Israelites, God's chosen people, so-called blacks, Latinos, Native and Seminole Indians, and the scattered, right? This is the worst captivity that we have ever been under. It is crazy, right? So I have this article pulled up. This is from a credible source. And this, as you can see, this is from Yale National Initiative, right? Why Rome Fell. And I'm going to go ahead. Can you see it well, brother?
Not well.
Zoom in a bit more.
Yeah. That should be good.
All right, zoom in a little bit more.
All praises.
All right, so we're just gonna hop around. So you can just go ahead and start at the title Why Rome Fell, and we're just gonna hop around.
Why Rome Fell says, in order to hypothesize whether or not our American empire will fall into the footsteps of Rome, we must first explore reasons for why Rome fell. Since there's not an agreement across all historians for the exact reasons why the Roman Empire collapsed, we will examine 10 popular reasons here. Historians like Gibbon, Heather, and Murphy have all put forth their opinions about Rome's demise through their own findings. In order not to discredit any one particular viewpoint, while also not solely following another, the 10 theories on the fall of Rome that this unit revolves around have been chosen from the History Alive curriculum, which
All right, boom.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's go right there. Now they have barbarian invasions. You can skip that. We're gonna go right to the nitty gritty of this. All right, boom. This is this is a great one right here. Right, decline in morals and values. Go ahead, brother.
It says, many often cite Rome's decline in morals and values as a major reason for the fall of the Roman Empire.
Now, as we can see, have not America, the morals and values of America has declined a whole lot. I'm talking about the morals, because not to be biased here, as righteous judges, right? Can't be biased. America did once have some type of core morals and values about themselves, right? Especially, back in the day when racism was blatant, right? We've seen core morals and values about America, right? America was once a practicing Christian, right? Christian, which I use that word usually, right? Society, right? Where the woman was more conserved, right? The men were actual men, children were being children, children were actually listening to their parents. Then it wasn't a whole lot of whoredom going on, right? But as time progressed here in America, all those morals and values just left. It all left. Now America isn't that God-fearing society as it once portrayed themselves to be, which it never was a God-fearing society, but based off their belief system, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. This was once a God-fearing society, a God-fearing country. Now it's not. Now nobody cares about God. I remember when I was younger, I remember damn near on every street corner, you had people passing out pamphlets about how Jesus is coming back. Remember that, bro? Like, you would see people like standing on like street corners. They'll have like little like booklets or whatever, and they will be trying to talk to people about God or whatever.
Vaguely.
Okay. Well, I remember that. I remember that growing up. When I was younger. Down like train stations or whatever. You would just see random, people just standing on street corners and they'd be handing out pamphlets or little booklets about Jesus. Of course, white Jesus, right? And they would be like, yeah, God is coming back, X, Y, and Z. Now you don't see any of that anymore. Bro, you barely see a Jehovah Witness anymore. Barely. They used to be everywhere.
Right.
Jehovah Witnesses used to be everywhere, but now you don't see any of them. Why is that? Because nobody cares about God anymore. Right? All you hear people talk about is, what's your sign? Astrology. that do what thou wilt spirit. That's what's heavily pushed now over here in America. Do what you want. Do what make you feel good. Which the Bible speaks out against that, right? The Bible talks about not following your own heart, not following your own ways, right? The heart being deceitful above all things.
Right.
But guess what? Nobody cares about that, right? Everybody is quoting the great Tupac lyric. No man can judge me, which is not in the Bible. There's literally a book in the Bible named Judges, right? Which judge means to critically think. And that's another thing. Nobody can critically think over here. Everybody in America is an idiot, right? I don't know if you've seen that movie, Idiocracy, brother. You seen that movie? Idiocracy?
No.
No, you ain't see that movie, bro. Basically, bro, which, man, that movie speaks volumes today. I believe like the president in that movie was Terry Crews, right? And essentially everybody was a retard. Like that movie personifies America today. Everybody is just retarded. And let me see. Instead of water coming out water fountains, do you know what was coming out the fountains? Juice and soda. That's what you see nowadays, right? Not seeing, juice and soda coming out water fountains, but everybody just consumes juice and soda. I'm talking about nobody drinks water. Like you literally hear people say, "Ew, I don't like water. Ew, water, yeah, water's nasty."
I'm ready to say it's more expensive to get water than to get soda.
Right. That is true. If you want some good water, you're gonna pay like $3, $4. And I'm talking about not even for a gallon, just like a 16-ounce bottle. You know what I'm saying? So the morals and values here in America is finished. It is over with. So let's read this.
It says, many historians note that the final years of the empire were especially excessive in declining morals and values, as witnessed through decreasing safety.
Oh, decreasing safety. How's the crime rate over here in America? The crime rate, bro, it is high. I'm talking about you can just walk outside of your house and get shot. You can just walk your dog and get shot. And I'm just not saying this. This is facts. Right? Now, I had this app on my phone. It's called Newsbreak. But although I'm here in Texas, it still gives me news from Philly. Right? And sometimes I look at it and a person is just walking their dog. A person is just jogging and they get shot. Decrease in safety. There is no safety. Meanwhile, you go to places like, again, Russia or Dubai, Saudi Arabia, right? It's more safe. It's more safe over there. Why is that? Because they actually fear their gods, right? They actually like the Muslims over there. I ain't talking about niggas that's Muslims, right? Niggas that's Muslims, they're the fakest niggas ever, right? Well, really, that's niggas that's Muslims. They're doing majority of the crimes, right? Like for example, what's his nigga name? ARab from Philly. I think he's doing like 50 years. This nigga is all into Islam, right? But bro, this nigga was the main one. Bro, this man was kidnapping children, right? Running what's that word called? The term
The trafficking.
Yeah, drug trafficking. Yeah, drug trafficking, gun trafficking. But this man was, hey, look, but this man was Muslim, right?
Hmm.
So I ain't talking about nigga Islam. I'm talking about Ishmael Elam Islam, right? Them, them in Dubai, you know, Persia, etc. Right? The reason why it's so safe over there is because they actually practice their religion to a T, right? So if you do anything against the Islamic law, right, your ass is grass. And that's what's practiced and shown in the Bible, right? Which that's how we know that America isn't a God-fearing country, because ain't nobody here in America. All right, right. So America was built off, or supposedly supposed to be built off the Bible, right? Why do you have Muslims over here? Why do you have witches and warlocks over here?
Hmm.
If America was really a God-fearing country and it was based off the Bible, if it was really Bible based, they should die. Every single last one of them.
Right.
And you know, and do you know what that do? That strikes fear into everybody. And once that fear is striked into the hearts of people, they know not to do a certain crime against what the Bible teaches. And that's what promotes fear. That's what promotes safety. You making a public example out of somebody that breaks the law, that keeps everybody in check, that keeps somebody in order. So that's why it's so safe over there, because they actually execute the judgments that's written in their books. But America just sell wolf tickets.
Hmm.
Right? You can damn rape a woman and you can be released the next day. In America, you see that. You can, bro, like in California and LA, you can go ahead and snatch and grab from jewelry stores and you could be let out. Matter of fact, it was this chick in Philly. Her name is Meatball. They call her Meatball, right? And I think it was last summer. She started a whole riot. She started a whole riot against police and all those things, right? Bro, she was released within like 12 hours.
Hmm.
See that? There's no form of judgment. Matter of fact, let's get this real quick in the book of Habakkuk. I think it's Habakkuk 1 and 5, is it? Or 1 and 2. Let me see. Habakkuk 1 and 4.
Okay. It's the book of Habakkuk, chapter 1, verse 4. It says, "Therefore the law is slack,
See that the law is slacked, meaning what? The law is in practice. Go ahead.
and judgment doth never go forth."
See that? And judgment don't ever go forth, right? We see Bati boys walking up and down the street. If America was really Bible based, what should happen to a Bati boy?
Mm-hmm.
He should be done, right? Pure fire on his ass, right? Go ahead.
It says, "For the wicked doth compass about the righteous,
Mm-hmm.
therefore wrong judgment proceedeth."
See that? It says, wicked doth compass about the righteous, therefore wrong judgment proceedeth. It's because we're not in power. See, if we were in power, man, we would be executing the law to fullest extent. You know, that's what Esau say.
You're right.
We would be what'd you say?
The fullest extent of the law.
Yeah, the fullest extent of the law. That's what we would be doing if we were in power, right? Like once we get in power, right? We see any heathen transgressing the laws of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, the great, the supreme Yahweh, right? We're going to execute judgment to the fullest extent of our laws. Period. Period, man. And what is that going to do? That's going to strike fear into the hearts of everybody. They go, oh, snap. Oh, snap. Yo, shoot, man. We know not to do that. So that's why morals and values have done decrease over here in America, because Ain't no judgment happening for nothing over here.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing is happening. Right? You have the my body, my choice BS.
Mm-hmm.
You have the I can do whatever I want with my body, right? And
Yeah.
all of that is just to push a godless society. You have a point, bro?
Yeah. Someone like Bruce or Caitlyn Jenner could be the woman of the year. That's where we at today.
Confusion, bro. Confusion, bro. Confusion. Oh yeah. And then you have a part of the saying of the American flag, right? Liberty and justice and equality for all, right?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. So it's equal for a 6 foot buff ass nigga to put on a wig and say I'm a girl and go play high school girls basketball, nigga 360 and windmilling on the girls. How is that equality, bro? How's that equality? A big nigga, right, with chest hairs, with a wig on, telling me I'm a girl, bro. This man is, bro, like man is windmilling and dunking on girls. How's that equality? And then you had the one Edomite guy. I forgot his name, but he turned into a transformer, so to speak, and he started competing. He started competing. What was he doing? Swimming. I forgot, man. It was like a big thing, like last year, right? Because he was a whack ass swimmer against men, competing against men. He turned into a transformer so that he can, jump ship and compete against women. And bro, he was dominating those women, bro.
Hmm.
Of course, right? Because he's a man. No shade to the sisters or whatever. But naturally, men, we're just better than women, especially at things like that. Women have their place, they have their part where they're better than us at, and we have our place where we're better than women at, and physical things we will be better at women at, right? And he's just dominating, bro.
Hmm.
How the hell is that equality? That's contradictory right there. That's not equality. But that's how you know, man. This place is just, hey, bro. This place is just retarded. You got something?
La.
Okay, Con. So let's go ahead and read this again, where it says many.
Kind of says many historians note that the final years of the empire were especially excessive in declining morals and values, as witnessed through decreasing safety, promiscuity.
Yeah, promiscuity, right? What is that talking about? Essentially, let's go ahead and look it up, the word, but we already know what it is. It's talking about, just women just being whores. Basically. Let's look it up. All right, we see here. Let me see. See synonyms. They didn't really give a definition. Yep, immorality. But yeah, here we go. We often, see, here we go. Sleeping around. Yeah, wildness, debauchery. You see the opposite, chastity, and also being celibate, right? Which that's not practiced over here in America, right? Oh, look at this. You see, liberal, right? Libertinism. You see that? Which liberty, that's essentially freedom. Freedom to do whatever you want. That's practiced over here in America. That's not frowned upon, right? Back in the day, it would be frowned upon a girl just talking to a couple of guys, not even, having sex with them, just talking to them. That was frowned upon, right? But now, shoot, bro. Now that's exalted. Date as many girls. Date as many men as you want, girl. it's recommended for a woman to have a full roster of niggas. Date around till you find the best guy. That was in practice. Back in the day, it wasn't, right? In America. That was in practice. That was actually looked frowned upon. If a woman was just out there, which that goes into the book of Timothy. What is that? 1 Timothy, the 4th chapter?
I think so. Maybe second.
Maybe 2 Timothy. Maybe 2 Timothy 4. Let's see here. And what is that?
No, the one talking about like the woman, right?
No, where it says forbidden to marry, lovers of themselves.
Oh, 3. Chapter 3, verse 1. 2 Timothy 3. Yeah.
Okay, boom. Yeah. Perfect. Right. Perfect. Yeah. Yep. This is perfect. This is a perfect precept to match this. Yup. So that's what we see going on here in Babylon. Promiscuous women. Yeah, loose, unchaste, wild, oversexed, right? Fast. That's what we see, especially if you go on TikTok, example sentences. Look, he declared that Western women are sexually promiscuous in a manner not even found in the natural world. See? And it's predominantly here in the West. Not saying that there's no promiscuous woman anywhere else, right? But it is rampant. It is rampant here in America. See, look at this. Indiscriminately sexually active. Bro, that's damn near every woman, bro. Right? Damn near every woman. Look, I'm just being honest. Damn near every woman got a crazy number of body counts, especially, in my age group. I'm 25. I'm 25 years old, right? And these women, they have a high body count because, mind you, around my age in middle school, high school, but middle school, women were already having sex. I'm talking about from 5th grade, 6th grade. The girls were already having sex. So if they were having sex starting then, imagine their body count now, bro. You see what I'm saying? Like, women, they don't care anymore. They don't care about being chaste. They don't care about being good girls anymore, right? And I ain't gonna lie, they're not all to blame, right? I will blame part of the blame is on men, period, right? I used to hear stupidity all the time from guys saying, "I don't want no virgin. They're annoying." You used to hear that?
Yeah.
You're an idiot, bro. Like, you're a complete idiot. You're a complete fool. Talking about, yeah, man, you take a girl's V card, man, she's all clingy. That's the point, dummy. Because you done put your imprint on her. You are the only man that she's known. So yes, she's going to be attached to you because it's all spiritual. Grab that in Genesis, brother, where it talks about where it talks about being one flesh. That's the whole point, because when you have sex with a woman, you become one flesh, right? There's a spiritual attachment. There's a spiritual bonding between the two of you. So yes, that's why we take a woman's virginity, she becomes attached to you, and that's the whole point, right? She's only supposed to be attached to you because here's the thing is, a woman is under her father, right? But when a woman meets a man, and have sex with that man, now she's under the rule of her husband. That's how it's supposed to go. Rulership gets transferred from the father to the man. And that's done by when you take the virginity of a woman. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So you got that, bro?
Mm-hmm. 2, and I'll start at 23. It says, Adam said, "This is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. Be called woman because she was taken out of man."
Right. So that's so that wasn't literal, right? You know, the Most High didn't literally take a rib out of Adam's body and then formed a woman. When it says bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh, my rib, that's essentially saying, Adam and Eve more than likely was like cousins, right? You know, they were kinfolks, right? Go ahead.
It says, verse 24, "Therefore shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh."
Right, and they shall be one flesh. That's what happens when you have sex with a woman, right? A spiritual bonding happens, and y'all become one flesh. So that's why she gets attached. You know, once you take her virginity, right? You are the only you are the only man that humbled her, essentially, right? So that's why they're all clingy, they're annoying, they want to be under you all the time, because that's how it's supposed to go. You know, you done did something that nobody has ever done before, right? So that's the whole point. Right. So really, some of the blame is to be put on men, is because they take a woman's virginity and then they just kick her right to the curb because she's annoying. She's supposed to be, you know, like that. She's supposed to be clingy and all up on you. You just humbled her, you idiot. So then, what do? By you putting her away, now you might, who knows, you know, if the girl has some guidance, you know, she has some sense, if she has some sense about herself, you know, she has her father, her mother, you know, behind her, or, you know, a good family or good friends, you know, backing her up, you know, they'll, you know, comfort her and say, you know what, you know, you will find another man, you know, just don't wild out. But for the most part, when the man goes ahead and put that woman away, you know what happens, man? A virgin turns into a wild girl, bro. Why is that? Because she's trying to fill that spirit. She's trying to fill that void again, right? She wants that feeling, right? She wants to have that spiritual bonding again. So then she jumps to the next guy, and then, you know, she has one body. Then she jumps to the next guy. That's her second body. So she still have that capability of bonding with the man, right? Because she hasn't been exposed like that, right? Two bodies. And then, you know, she's still that same clingy old girl. And this dude like, oh yeah, I don't want that. Then she get flung away. And then, you know, women are a bit naive. So she gets bamboozled by the third guy. Then get bamboozled by the fourth guy. Then we see the trend here, right? We see the trend. So now she has all these bodies on her. Now she's just, hey, she doesn't care anymore. Now she's just doing whatever. You see what I'm saying? So part of women being promiscuous, I will say that is on the men. Part of it, right? But then you have the other side to it where women just don't care. Women, they want to be just like us. They want to have as much sexual partners as we do. But the thing is, the Most High didn't design y'all to be that way. The Heavenly Father designed y'all to have one sexual partner, woman. But for us men, we can have as many sexual partners as we want. And that's just a fact, right? Removing all emotions to the side, right? Like, brother, you could swear you have the one. Oh man, bro, I just met this girl. Oh man, she's everything, man. She's everything that I want. A month later, a month later, you just found the other one. Now you want her.
Right, like a DJ Khaled, another one.
Another one. Now you want her. Now you want her. Now you want her. Why is that? Because we are designed, it's in our genetic makeup to mate with multiple partners. That's just a fact. I'm talking about you can be in love with this girl one day, and then you're in love with this girl the next day. Because that's how the Heavenly Father created us. That's how the Heavenly Father designed men to be. That's why we have such a large amount of sperm count, because we were made to procreate with multiple women.
Mm-hmm.
So women, they're trying to mimic that, but you can't. We're not on the same playing field. And that's what they don't understand. But you know what? America gassed them up to think that, no, y'all are exactly the same as men. Y'all can do that too. And then once a woman hits 30, or 28, 30, now what? She realizes that her biological clock is ticked. Time is out. Now she want to settle down. Nobody want her. You see what I'm saying? For some women, I'm not saying all. I don't want the all police to come in, come and arrest me. Not all, some. Not all women are like that. But being a promiscuous woman is running rampant here in the West, and that is a fact. All right, women just out here just having meaningless sex. Is a woman doing that right now as we speak, right? And this is how you know that this place is just done, because something as beautiful like that, a woman's virginity, something that is so beautiful, right? It's not being cherished. And what comes from that? Diseases, heartbreaks, etc.
Mm-hmm. And violence too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes, sir. Violence, man. So let's go ahead and grab this real quick. 2 Timothy 3 and verse 1, and we're gonna read it in the NLT.
This is 2 Timothy 3 verse 1. It says, "You should know this, Timothy, that in the last days there will be very difficult times. For people, says, will love only themselves and their money. They will be boastful and proud, scoffing at God."
See that? Scoffing at God. This is a godless society. Morals and values are gone. Go ahead.
"Disobedient to their parents and ungrateful.
Mm-hmm.
They will consider nothing sacred."
See that? They will consider nothing sacred. Right? Woman's virginity is supposed to be something sacred, brother. But nothing is considered sacred here. Not marriage, nothing. The Most High, nothing is considered sacred here anymore, which sacred means holy. Nobody thinks anything is holy now, bro. And it's sad to see. Hey, but guess what? It's sad to see, but we know that this is for a purpose. And that purpose is so that this place can fall. Right? So although these things are sad to see, especially amongst our people, because really, we see this amongst our people a lot, right? Like if you hop on TikTok, if you hop on YouTube or Instagram or whatever, you noticed that the debates about what a man should be doing or a woman, et cetera, et cetera. Have you noticed that that's just mainly our people, right?
Mm.
Like the Chinese man and woman, they already know what to do. The Arabs, we don't see the Arab woman up on TikTok running her mouth about what a man should be doing, or the Arab man on TikTok running his mouth on what a woman should be doing. They already have their affairs in order. What you mainly see is Israelite men and women going back and forth about how, a woman's body count shouldn't matter, or how a woman's body count should matter, or if a man should be making 100K or going 50-50, blah, blah, blah. You mainly see that amongst our people. I don't see the Moabite or the Ammonite. You may see a sprinkle of Edomites, but even with them, you don't see a lot of them going back and forth about it. It's mainly our people. It's mainly our people, which is just totally insane. It's really like mainly the Judites. It's really mainly you do have your fair share of Northern Kingdom up in there, talking noise, but it's mainly like the Judites, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead.
It says they will be unloving and unforgiving.
They will be unloving and unforgiving. That's why marriages are failing at a rapid rate, right? There's no forgiving. There's no love. After one thing, breakup, divorce. Friendships too. Friendships doesn't even last long now, right? People are so quick to end friendships now. That's even gone out the window, right? Go ahead.
They will slander others and have no self-control.
Go ahead.
They will be cruel and hate what is good.
They will be cruel and hate what is good. And what is good? This Bible. And people hate the Bible. We out there, we teach, and we literally see people cover their errors when we're out there teaching the Bible. They hate that what is good, right? They hate logic, which the Bible is very logical. Why do they hate it? Because they just love their darkness. They love to be covered in darkness, right? So keep going in this unless you had a point. Go ahead. Huh?
Continuing on, it says promiscuity, lavish, overindulgent parties, and violence.
See that? Lavish, overindulgent parties, which there's parties going on every day in Babylon the Great, right? Nothing but college parties, lounges, hookah lounges, bars, etc. Right? And also it says violence, which we done already covered the violence part. There's violence going on everywhere in Babylon the Great, right? Philly, New York, St. Louis. Man, it is very violent. Go ahead.
It says, during this time, the empire's larger cities were very unsafe because violent crimes were rampant in their streets.
Hey, that's a spirit. I just named some of America's largest cities: New York, Philadelphia. Right? Those are two of the most largest American cities. Chicago.
Yeah.
Right? Chicago, St. Louis. Right? The different areas like that. The crime rate is very high over there. I know I'm missing some. Even in the inner city of Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Even in the city of Houston, like in the city part, there's a lot of violence going on there.
Right.
A whole lot. So again, we see the parallels between what happened in ancient Rome and what's going on right now in America. And this is how we know for a fact. We don't know when, but we know for a fact that America is going to fall. We don't know when, right? Could be 6 months from now, could be a year from now. We don't know. But there's one thing for sure, two things for certain. This place is going down, period. Right? So go ahead, bro.
It says Roman historians recount that there were 32,000 prostitutes in Rome during the reign of Trajan.
Just look at that, 32,000 prostitutes. How many prostitutes do you think is now over here, bro, in America?
Exponential. 100 times, 1,000 times more than that.
Bro, for real, bro. Like you can even go on Twitter, go on the feed, and you won't see subscribe to my OnlyFans. You see that everywhere. Everywhere, bro. Almost every woman has like an OnlyFans link in their bio. And look, some of them have men too.
Yeah.
Some of these OnlyFans girls, they be having men like either like a husband or like a boyfriend at home. Matter of fact, old buddy Adam, old buddy Adam
Ah,
22. Remember that?
sick.
Bro, it's sick, bro. Go ahead, bro.
It says emperors like Nero and Caligula, it says, became infamous for wasting money on lavish parties where guests ate and drank until they became ill.
Mm-hmm.
It says Bauer et al. 1993. Some believe that the most alarming trend during this time was the rise in Roman passion for cruelty. It says uh, of
Gladiatorial.
gladiatorial combats, which brought together the rich, the poor, and often the emperor himself, became the most popular form of entertainment.
Right, which that term would be called bread and circus, where entertainment basically bread and circus was implemented by the elites of ancient Rome to distract the people from real life situations and real life events. Like for example, we just had the whole Kendrick Lamar Drake thing going on, right? What do you think that was? It's bread and circus, bro. That was a whole distraction from what Esau was doing behind closed doors, whatever the hell he was doing behind closed doors, right? People totally forgot about the Ukraine war. I tell you that much, right? People weren't paying attention to China doing military drills around Taiwan, right? All these things people were not paying attention to. Why is that? Because they were fixated on what was happening. Now, don't get me twisted. I mean, we're obviously in this world too. You know, we were keeping up with it too. But you know what? The difference between us and these people is these people can't multitask to save their damn life. Right? Yeah. Me personally, I wasn't paying much attention to. Me personally, I don't think Kendrick Lamar is good. To be honest with you, in my opinion, right? But what'd you say?
To bring that out.
Right. I personally don't believe he's a good rapper, but whatever. I personally wasn't paying much attention, but I seen brothers, keeping up with it, right? But brothers was also keeping up with their spiritual affairs too.
Right.
Right. But that's what these people ain't doing. These people, they're not keeping up with no spiritual affairs, right? They were just fixated on this beef that more than likely was staged. You know what I'm saying? All right, but go ahead, Ak.
It says the audience would shout out cries and curses as the gladiators fought, and multiple contests took place on the same stage daily. Should the ground of the arena become too soaked with blood, it was covered over with a fresh layer of sand. Vaulting performances went on. These are just a few of many examples that historians often cite when arguing that the overall decline in Roman morals and values was one of the major reasons why Rome eventually fell.
Keep going.
The United States today cannot claim purity in comparison to Rome regarding our own decline in morals and values.
Go ahead.
Las Vegas, one of the most popular tourist destinations in our country, advertises gambling, sex, and overall gluttony 24 hours a day.
Woo, man, for real, bro. Hey, why do you think they call Las Vegas Sin City?
Sin City.
Right? Because, yeah, that's literally what happens 24 hours a day in Las Vegas. Yeah. And listen, if somebody say, bro, it could be an honest trip. Somebody can say, yeah, I'm going to Vegas. Like, they could be going to go visit family, but I'm automatically going to assume, oh, yeah, this man going to Vegas to have some fun. ain't that some real? Ain't that real, bro?
Okay.
Like, bro, as soon as listen, the person could not be going to Vegas to not mess with no prostitutes or to gamble, none of that. They could be going to just visit family.
Yeah.
But as soon as somebody say Vegas, I'm just automatically going to assume, oh shit, yeah, he's going there to have some fun for sure.
Right.
Because that's what Vegas is
known
movie,
for. Huh? You seen that movie, The Hangover?
No, I haven't seen it.
Yeah. It was just. I'm sure they was in Vegas, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sure they was in Vegas. It was like crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yep.
That's yeah. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. That's what they say.
Exactly, bro. They have that. They have that saying, "What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas." Exactly. Um, let's see. Oh yeah. So going back to the real quick, going back to the sex part, right? Man, we have nothing but STDs running rampant over here in America. Matter of fact, I believe in Houston, right? And Houston, especially amongst black women, it says STDs is running rampant.
Yeah.
In Houston. And Houston, this is a very immoral city, right? Houston is a very immoral city. Trust me. Houston, then you got Miami. Oh man, Miami. Everybody knows that Miami is basically like a fake world out there, bro. Like the last time I was in Miami, it was during the shutdown, right? So I didn't really get the full glimpse or the full debauchery of Miami. But I remember this Edomite came out, I believe it was last summer, and she was talking about how she regret moving out to Miami because she was just saying that it's Miami's just a facade. Everything is fake out there. The women are fake. Like I remember being down there in Miami. I see nothing but BBLs down there. Like almost every woman had a BBL, and it's so superficial out there, right? You know, everybody's looking to be or gaining fame out there. You know, want to be rich out there, want to be some type of influencer out there. Everybody just solely focus on money, designer, etc., etc. Like that's what people are fixated on now, especially over there in Miami. Like the Most High, that doesn't come into the minds of these people whatsoever. But go ahead, bro. It says despite the lack of values.
Connor says, despite the lack of values that Las Vegas promotes, it is also one of the fastest growing cities in the United States. Murphy is well aware of easily made comparisons between Rome and the United States today in terms of declining morals and values when he writes that Romans and Americans can't get enough laws and lawyers and lawsuits.
Mm-hmm.
They believe deeply in private property. They relish in humiliation of public figures. Americans through comedy and satire, talk radio, and court TV. The Romans through vicious satire, to be sure, but also during the Republic by means of the censorial nota, the public airing, name by name, of everything the great men of the time should be ashamed of. Tolstoy acknowledges that such symptoms are indicative of larger systemic problems that he observes.
Oh shoot! So
he observes that it's a quote. Let me read the quote.
Mm-hmm.
On a micro-historic level, America possesses certain characteristics and is looking at some trends, some trends that ought to give us pause if you project consequences down the road, 50 or a century. The hollowing out of government, the mismatch of ambitions and resources, the growing, was it inequality?
Yeah.
It says inequality. One of the reasons the example of Rome is so useful is that it allows you to see how forces play out over long periods of time. Rome was in business for a millennium.
Right. Okay. So boom. So him saying that, he's saying, okay, yeah. So this was from 2007, right? So he said that back then. Now, him saying that back then, you know, everybody was probably like, yeah, whatever, nigga, right? But his point is, right, Rome was in business for a millennium, right? Fast forward now, he said, if you project the consequences down the road, 50 years or a century, we're gonna see all these different things play out eventually. Which now that we're here in 2024, we're seeing it because in 07, which I can't really even remember 2007. Like I probably was, man. man, 2007. Let's see.
You was like adolescent.
Yeah, I was like 8 years old, so I don't remember what's going on then, right? But I know in '07 it wasn't much wicked as it is now, right? Of course, America has always been wicked, but not as much now. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't all crazy like how it is now. So he said this in 2007. Now we're seeing what he said play out in a huge way now in 2024. So just imagine when he was saying these things, what was going through the minds of the people that heard it, right? Like, yeah, whatever. It's probably not going to get that bad. Fast forward now, oh shit. Oh wow, it is really bad. All right, so let me see. It's like all right, bet. So we can go ahead and hop off there. And let me see. I just want to hit the main points. This is a good one. It's a lot though. Let me see. I'm just gonna hop around. Oh, we got inflation. Oh yeah, this is real good. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and touch on inflation, which we know that inflation is taking over America right now, which we briefly talked about it. Go ahead, Art.
It says, after the reign of Emperor Marcus Aurelius, Romans' conquest of new territory significantly decreased and their economy suffered greatly, eventually causing inflation. It says, by not conquering new lands, the amount of gold flowing into the economy also decreased.
You need me to zoom in?
Nah, you good, bro.
Oh, okay.
It says, meanwhile, remaining gold was still being used to pay for luxury items. Gold was also a key mineral used in their coins. With less gold circulating in their economy, the amount of gold used in their coins also decreased, causing the value of coins themselves to plummet as well.
Right. So how can we compare this today? Well, I believe it was 1970, right? Let me go ahead and get it so that is factual. And I believe it was like in 1970. Yup, 1971, right? It says in August 1971, Nixon severed the direct convertibility of U.S. dollars into gold. With this decision, the international currency market, which had become increasingly reliant on the dollar since the enactment of the Bretton Woods Agreement, lost its formal connection to gold. See that? So that's when the gold standard ended, right? Which, let me go ahead and click on that gold standard. Right. So it says the gold standard was largely abandoned during the Great Depression, which America done surpassed the Great Depression. Right. What we're in right now, historians and economists, they will tell you that this is what we're in right now is worse than the Great Depression. Brother Shamgar, a brother of mine, right? He told me, I forgot who told him. I think his teacher. I think his teacher back in the day told him, once you hear the taxi driver talk about stocks and bonds, the economy is finished. What do we see, bro? We see the average Joe Smo talking about Bitcoin and trading and stuff like that. Now, those type of things are usually reserved for people that's already rich. You know what I mean? Like real estate. The average Joe Smo know about real estate. Real estate, that's really for people that's already rich, that's already have money. Trading stocks and bonds, etc. Because you need money to actually be into those type of things already. right? Like you just like you just can't be broke and just go buy a house and renovate it, fix it up, and sell it. Like you got to have some money already, right? So, but once you hear the average Joe Smo talking about that, that's how you know that the economy is done. So we're even, man, we done surpassed the Great Depression period, right? But it says the gold standard was largely abandoned during the Great Depression before being reinstated in a limited form as part of the post-World War II Bretton Woods system. The gold standard was abandoned due to its um, propen, propensity for, and I'm butchering these words, volatility, as well as the constraints it imposed on governments. By retaining a fixed exchange rate, governments were hamstrung and engaging in expands in expansionary policies to, for example, reduce unemployment during economic recessions, which that's at an all-time high right now. Unemployment. Can't nobody find a job nowadays, right? Can't nobody find a job. Like it's hard. If you're out of job right now, stay there, or may the Lord be with you, because it is, bro. It is hard, bro. It is hard to find a job. Hey, we see all these jobs laying off people, especially in the tech industry, right? Nobody's getting hired. Everybody's getting fired. But essentially, what the gold standard did was it created or added value to the American dollar. Now America doesn't have any gold standard. Now there's no value to the American dollar. Now the American dollar kind of still holds some weight. Like if you go to another country, like if you go to the Philippines, for example, you know, you go over there with the American dollar. Of course, you can, of course, let's just say that the Filipino dollar, let's just say you bring $100 over there, 100 US dollars over to the Philippines. That may equate to $10,000, maybe, right? So the dollars kind of still have some type of power to it, but not as much as it used to once it had a gold standard. The gold standard was really holding up the American dollar. Matter of fact, let's get Genesis 13:1 real quick, because gold, that's real money. All right. That's why it's advocated. If you're going to get like a gold watch, don't do what a nigga would do. What will a nigga do? A nigga will put diamonds on a gold watch or like a gold chain. And do you know what you just did right there? You just decreased the value of that chain or that watch, because the value or the worth of gold it either stays the same or it goes up. But once you put diamonds and stuff on it, it goes down. Go ahead, Art.
Genesis 13, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
And Abram went up out of Egypt, he and his wife, and all that he had, and Lot with him into the south.
Mm-hmm.
Abram was very rich in cattle and silver and in gold.
See that? Abraham was very rich in cattle, silver, and in gold. Right? So that's real riches. Like, for example, I have me some silver coins and some silver bars. Now, if I was to sell that, I'll be straight, right? So if you can, I would recommend getting some silver, and if you can get gold, hey, may the force be with you. That's great, right? But the dollar, it has no type of value to it because it's not backed up by gold anymore. It's not backed up by anything, right? All you have is just some fiat currency, right? Paper money that's not doing anything, right? That's why things are so expensive, right? That's why we are in inflation today. Because the reason why prices are going up is because we have people dropping the dollar. And the reason why people are dropping the dollar is because the dollar has no value. Right? It has no value whatsoever. All these nations realize that. And what are they doing? They're getting with other nations that are getting their dollar backed up by gold. Russia, China. Right. I believe the ruble, I believe it's called, and the Chinese yuan, right? They're trying to get that. They are trying to get the BRICS is trying to get their currency. The BRICS is trying to get their currency backed up by gold. That's what they're doing. What's America doing? Nothing. Just printing out money. And that's actually devaluing the dollar. It's not making it any better by just printing something. That's not good. That's not good at all. So yeah, so that's why, or that's one of the reasons why we have inflation, right? There's no gold standard, right? And they just printing out money out of thin air. So that's one of many reasons why we have inflation going on, right? Oh yeah, and then on top of that, what we have here, the coins, right? We got these coins. I have this quarter right here, right? You would think that this quarter is pure silver. This quarter isn't pure silver. This quarter is mixed with different metals, maybe brass, it has some silver in there, other metals. So it's not pure silver. So this quarter has no value at all. Just like how they were doing in ancient Rome, they were mixing the coins with different metals. Mm-hmm. That actually devalued the coins, like it said in the article. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You got a point, brother?
And you mentioned before how America's in debt. Like these, they're really Federal Reserve debt notes. It's really like literally like no value at all. You know, it's like literally just a piece of debt.
Exactly, bro. Just a piece of. Hey, I'm about to start calling it that. You got some debt, brother. Piece of debt.
Right.
That's exactly what it is, bro. A piece of debt. That's all it is, man. Hey, but you got niggas doing money spread, bro. That money ain't nothing.
Right.
Hey, but people don't know how money works. People do not have money works. Hey, I bet people think that the money in their bank account, they think the number on the screen that's actually in your bank account. No. How do you think the banks give out loans? Loans. They're taking money from you, him. They're taking money from Tom, Dick, and Harry. They're robbing Peter to pay Paul. So the money. So if you log on to your, what's that thing called? Bank of America or any banking app, which just happened recently, brother. Wells Fargo, right? You had people last summer, they couldn't get access to their money. Like they went on Wells Fargo app and their money was gone. Yeah. Last summer. Matter of fact, let me try and people couldn't access money. Wells Fargo. I think it's happened like twice with Wells Fargo too. Yeah, look at this. April. Wow, bro. This is recently happened. Wow, interesting. I'm at complete zero. Watch this. This is crazy. I'm at complete zero now because Wells Fargo unexpectedly closed my account and I can't access the funds while traveling. That's crazy. How these banks can just do that to you. Right? Because realistically, it's not your money; it's the bank's money. See, people think that it's your house or it's your money or your car. Let you miss a payment on your house. Big dog is going to be knocking on your door. Hey, pay up or foreclosure. The bank is going to be around the corner with that towing truck to take your car. Right? Yep. So you don't own anything, including the money that you're being a slave or a servant for. You think when you log on an app, oh yeah, I have $1,500. No, you don't. The bank has $1,500. And what the bank is doing with your $1,500 is taking your money and is giving it to Paul over there because Paul wants a loan. And he's taking it from that guy, that guy, that guy, that guy. So money on your screen is fake. What you see, the numbers on the screen and your banking app is fake. It's not there. And then on top of that, the bank doesn't even have all the money that they claim that they say to have, right? That's why when a rapper goes to the bank and they say, "Yeah, I want my $5 million," what they say, they either call the police or they say, "We don't have it." We don't have it. Where's my money then? Oh, they done pocketed. They done gave it to Peter and Paul, or they at least got it, my man. They don't have that in the bank. The bank is a scam. And that's what a lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know money. A lot of people don't know how money operates. Let's look this quote up. Let me see how it goes. The people knew how money worked. I believe that's about who it was. Maybe it was George Washington. Forgot. Yeah, here we go. Yep.
Henry Ford.
Henry Ford. Yep. Here we go, right here. It says, it is well enough that people of the nation do not understand our banking and monetary system. For if they did, I believe there would be a revolution before tomorrow morning.
Sheesh.
Yep. Hey, nobody's riding. Why is that? Because people don't know how the banking and monetary system work. All you people are bamboozled. All of you. Because you don't know. You don't know anything. You're worried about if LeBron is gonna be playing with Bronny. Let's keep going. Where it says to make up for this loss.
Come. It says to make up for this loss in value, merchants raised the prices on the goods they sold.
Bro, didn't I just say that earlier? I said earlier the reason why there's inflation, the reason why you have to pay $100 for just 5 items out of the grocery store is because the value of the money is down. It's depreciated. It's gone. There's no value. So that's why the prices on items, on goods are jacked up. That's why it skyrocketed, right? Because of the value of the dollar. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It says many people stopped using coins and began to barter to get what they needed.
And we might just transition into that. Hey, look, there's nothing new under the sun. We read that earlier. We might just transition into that period. Again, soon, who knows? Go ahead.
It says, with this revival of a barter economy, instead of paying salaries in money, employers paid in food and clothing, and taxes were paid through fruits and vegetables.
Which that has value, right? That has value, way more value than money. Like let's just say we was to fast forward to Jacob's Trouble, right? And people knocked on my door, say, "Look, I will give you pounds on top of pounds of ground beef and fruit for your $5 or something like that." Yeah, take it, please take it. I'll gladly take pounds of that ground beef, find a way to cook it, and I'll be fine. I'll really do that. And you know what showed that on the barter system? The Book of Eli.
Yeah.
The Book of Eli, they were bartering back and forth, right? I remember Eli, he went into some stories, he said, "All right, look, I have this, this, and this. Give me some." I think he took some cleaning products. I forgot what he took, but they were bartering during that time because that was like a post-apocalyptic time, right? So there was no bank, there was no money, everything was finished, everything was gone, right? So they reverted back to a bartering system. Hence why I have my silver. Matter of fact, I can show it. I'll be right back. Right, as the scripture says, money is a defense. You see it? You see that? So I got my 10-ounce. Got my 10-ounce silver bar right here. Then I add some coins too. Some silver coins. This would be great. If we were to have to revert back to a bartering system, I got silver. Right, and people will gladly take that because this actually had value, and I didn't have these. I didn't have this going on like 3 years now. So that's what people are going to be doing. So, ultimately, we don't rely on this. We rely on the whole side, but as the Bible says, money is a defense, and money answereth all things. Right. So let's go into this. We're gonna read this as well, and then we're gonna end off on there because I know we've been going for like a good while now. How long it's been? Damn, almost 2 hours. Yep. So let me see where we at right here.
It says, with this revival of a barter economy instead of paying salaries and money, I think I read that part already.
Oh yeah, yeah, right here.
Right. It says, through this imposition, Rome's economy suffered greatly, and many argue that they were never able to completely recover. For these reasons, some historians believe that inflation played a major role in Rome's downfall.
Go ahead.
It says the United States knows all too well the impact of inflation. Economists cite that inflation is a natural evolution of our economy. As over time, the goal in a market economy is that prices even out, including our salaries. However, until this evening, until this evening, like process
yeah,
of even,
yeah.
think about not even, but like even.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. Slocky. So it says an even out process takes effect and impacts citizens differently. The average American often first feels this burden with their noticeably thinner wallets.
Bro, and wallets are thin. Hey, look, the wallets are not even thin. The wallets are gone.
Gone.
Right? Because now basically, everybody got to pick and choose what they want to pay. You have a lot of people, they're going without. Hey, look, we're living in the time of the have-nots and the have-yachts, right? And there's a lot of people with the have-nots, right? You have people, they got to skip meals, right? Skip meals. Maybe, they have a family, and maybe the parents, they have to skip meals so that their kids can eat. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of cutting back going on, right? Go ahead. Hey, look, man, you can't even get a hey, look, if you want to date, right? Hey, look, some guys can't even date. Why is that? Because a lot of women now they require a date. If you want, if you want to release, you're gonna have to take girls out on a date, and if they don't fit in the budget, they ain't doing it. So can't even get girls. So go ahead, Rob.
Is currently in 2008, many household goods like milk, eggs, etc., and many transportation costs like gas, fuel, and airline tickets are at record high prices.
And this is in 2008, brother. We're in 2024. And he's saying that back then it was at a record high price. Now, I don't remember 2008. Like, people talk about 2008 a lot. I had to, because I'm very young. So I had to go back and read what happened then because I don't remember what happened then. 2008, I was in elementary school. So, I'm not caring what's going on. I'm caring about watching Kim Possible after school or something. So I didn't know what the hell was going on. Did you feel? I bet you felt. Did you feel the effects of it? Of '08?
Not much, but I mean, yeah, it was like the recession. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't feel too much of an effect either. You know what I mean? But like you're saying, compared to like then, like the gas prices, I'm sure is higher now than it was back then.
Hell yeah! Which it
Like,
was.
yeah.
Which let you know that we don't surpass the Great Depression. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and look. Let's go ahead and compare some things. Right, which the Great Depression, or '08, that was 16 years ago. I was 10 years old. Let me see. Let me see if any economists put anything up yet. Great Depression prices.
Well, '08 was like the recession, though. It was,
So
yeah. It was like,
it's like 1931.
yeah.
Bro, that's crazy. It says, and this is $100 in 1931 dollars had the purchasing power of approximately $1,771 a day.
Peace.
Oh my goodness, bro. This place is finished. Wow.
Mm.
That's great. Bro, that's how much you could, bro. Imagine that. $100 back then, bro. In 1931. Whoa, bro. That equated. Yo, bro. So, what does that tell you about $100 now? $100 ain't nothing, bro. Bro, I can spend $100 in 5 seconds. For real. Let me see. The recession. How this financial crisis is different from 2008. Is the recession now worse than 2008? I want to see some prices. Let me see. Price of eggs in 2008. Bro.
That's a good amount.
Bro, oh my. Just imagine that. Imagine if eggs cost $2 now. yo, just imagine that. And getting some good eggs too.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah. A whole dollar. That
Bro. Oh my goodness, bro. Are you serious? Are you serious, bro? Man. Oh my goodness, bro. That is crazy, bro. Let me see. A pound of beef in '08. What? Bro, that is crazy. Man.
It's like half, like less than half back then, and that was
So,
a recession.
Salak, bro. What happened?
Yeah, that's less than half the price back then, and that was in the so-called recession.
So, so that means what in 2024? That means that America done surpassed a recession, bro. Have to. But you have Jim Crow Joe Biden, he's lying. Oh yeah, the prices on this went down, the prices on that went down. You're a liar. Oh, America will not see a recession. We done passed a recession, Jim Crow Joe Biden. That is crazy. Like I already knew, but this really just hit me. Like, wow, this is really insane, bro. Bro, do you know, even '08 recession prices now we be good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I take recession prices of '08 now than what we're paying now.
Mm-hmm.
What we're paying now, bro. If you want like 3 packs, because I eat a lot of ground beef. But I eat the lean one. But even like the what is it, the 80/20 or the 85/15 one, if you want like 3 packs of that, depending on where you're going, but I think it's everywhere, you're at least paying $16-18 or more. Even if you want like the good kind, like the good kind, like the grass fed one, the grass finished ground beef.
Yeah.
If you want like the 3 pack one, you're at least paying like $20 at least, depending on where you shop at. Like down here in Texas, if you shop at Kroger or Target and you want some grass fed beef, man, you're paying a lot of money, right? Bro, I was just in Target like Friday, I think, or no, Thursday. I was at Target Thursday after the gym. I went to go get some food, and you got this one lady. She was like, bro, so super loud. She was like, man, the prices here are so expensive. I couldn't help but crack up, bro. I'm like, yeah, and it's only gonna get worse in my mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, yeah, it's bad. It is bad, honey. It's bad, boo boo. But let's go ahead and read this, and we're gonna end off on there.
Con. It says, will the United States economy self-correct, alleviating this financial burden on all of our citizens in time? Or will prices continue to skyrocket, leading to more disillusionment and mistrust of not only of our market, but of our political leaders?
Mm-hmm.
Many cite long-lasting inflation as a key reason for Rome's collapse. Could our current inflation troubles be indicative of greater anonymous consequences in our American empire?
Right. Which, this was then, man, just imagine this now, right? So let me go ahead and grab a few. Hold on. Let me go ahead and get a few precepts, and we're going to close off. Let's get Jeremiah chapter 51, and let's start our verse 7. We get into King James. Go ahead, bro.
This is Jeremiah 51, verse 7. It says, Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad.
Right, which that wine is not talking about. It's not talking about Stella Rose wine or whatever, right? This is talking about the philosophies of Babylon the Great, right? The influence that America done spread throughout the four corners of the earth, right? Go ahead.
It says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm in her pain, if so she may be healed.
Right, so it says take balm for her pain, if so she may be healed. And what is that balm? That bomb back then and even still now is utilized to cure wounds, right? So the modern day bomb that America would be using as trying to lower interest rates, or that build back better plan for America's economy, so that America's economy can be healed, so that it can be much better, and different things that America try to use to make America great again, right? So it says take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed. So maybe these different packages and these different things that the government tries to come out with, maybe it'll heal America's economy. That's essentially what it's saying, right? Verse 9.
It says, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed.
Yeah, we would have healed Babylon, but she's not healed. America cannot be healed. Go ahead.
Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies.
Yeah, that's right. It says forsake her, let us go everyone to his own country. And we're seeing that, really, right? I'm hearing, especially a lot of Africans. A lot of Africans, they talking about packing up and going back home to Nigeria, to Ghana, because they see that America is finished. They see that the only thing they do here is just work, and then you just die. Right? That's the reoccurring theme over here in America. A lot of these nations, they are realizing that America, that this isn't American dream. This is a damn nightmare. And it is. So let's get this. Nahum 3:19, and we're going to end on that in the NOT.
Come. This is the book of Nahum 3, verse 19. In NOT, it says, there's no healing for your wound.
See that? There's no healing for your wound. See that? So the wound of America cannot be healed. Go ahead.
Your injury is fatal.
Ooh, America has a fatal injury. This is all the doing of every father. Go ahead.
All who hear of your destruction will clap their hands for joy. Where can anyone be found who has not suffered from your continual cruelty?
That's right. So all these nations have suffered from America's continual cruelty. So everybody who hears and sees about, what's going on over here in America, everybody's mocking, everybody's clapping for joy, right? Because everybody hates you. And we are too, right? Because we know that, this is segueing or transitioning into our salvation, right? So, Lord willing, you brothers and sisters were edified by that. All praise, honor, glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua and Shalom.
Shalom.